Hey, what's up, friends? Welcome to the KidMin Word. You have made it through the week. At least you've almost made it through the week. I hope that you've had a great week. Thanks for being with us. We've been in Ephesians 1 this week, and as we wrap it up, I want to leave you with this. Pray for more. Pray for more. There's a beautiful prayer at the end of chapter 1. Paul says, I do not cease to give thanks for you, remembering you in my prayers. And he goes on to talk about that you would have a spirit of wisdom and revelation of a knowledge of him, and having the eyes of your heart opened, and understanding the hope in which he has called you, and the riches of his glorious inheritance, and his amazing power, and so on. I just love it. I love it that Paul doesn't just teach truth, but he prays for it. He doesn't just give information. He asks God for transformation. And I think that that's a shift that some of us need to make, because it's easy to think, if I just plan better, if I just organize better, if I lead better, then I'll see better results. And don't get me wrong, those things matter. We talk a lot about that stuff at KidzMatter. You need to be prepared. You need to do things with excellence. Things like stewardship matters, but here's the reality. You can build a great program and still miss what matters most. Because what we're really after isn't just a well-run ministry, it's changed lives. It's kids who truly know Jesus. It's hearts that are softened. It's faith that actually takes root. And that kind of work doesn't come from better systems alone. It comes from the power of God. That's why I love it that Paul says, I don't cease to give thanks for you, remembering you in my prayers. He's like, I just keep asking. I keep asking. I keep praying. I keep praying. Not once, not occasionally, but consistently. And I wonder what would happen if our ministries weren't run by leaders who just worked hard, but by leaders who prayed consistently. What if before you walked into your church on Sunday or into that classroom, you paused and you said, God, give me wisdom for this moment? What if before you had a conversation with a volunteer, you prayed, God, help me to see what you see? What if you began to pray over the names of the kids in your ministry? Not just generally, but specifically pray for them by name. Because here's the truth. Prayer isn't the last thing that we do. It's the most powerful thing that we do. So as you step into this weekend, as you prepare for a new week ahead, don't just work harder. Don't just try to get everything more organized for Sunday. And here's what I want you to pray more, right? Pray for more wisdom. Pray for more clarity. Pray for spiritual insight. Pray for more of God to work in your ministry. And trust that when you do pray, that God moves in ways that you could never, ever manufacture on your own. Take some time today, even if it's just 2 or 3 minutes, and ask God for more. As we wrap up this week in Ephesians 1, I'm looking forward to continuing the journey in Ephesians 2 next week. I'll see you again on Monday. Have a great weekend.